I think we are live. Checking the delay here. Yes, we're good. We're live. All right, welcome back to Sam Industries. As always, today I'm going live again in the middle of the day when everybody's at work. So if you're bored at work, watch me check apart this Capri. Otherwise, the recording will be up if anybody wants to watch me dick around in the garage all day. Main goal though, getting the B6T pulled out of this Capri. This is going to be a more or less start to finish type deal. It's not a guide video. I am making a guide video on how to do this. That way you guys can watch and actually follow along and see exactly what I'm doing instead of just this overhead view from my garage that's like 10 feet away or whatever. But you may be able to see from up there. I have got the battery tray out, the bath and intake tube on the top. I went ahead and pulled those out of the way. I've got the little tiny brackets, hold radiator out of the way, and the washer tank out of the way, because I'm also going to pull the headlights and all the other pieces that are common to pull from Capri. Stuff like headlight motors, soft top latches from the interior pieces, the handles inside, the ECU. This will be different from the time we pulled the engine out of that red 94, because we need to keep the wiring harness intact for this. So that way we can use that in a swap for a Festiva or to sell to Capri people if need be. But generally, you need to save the wiring harness, you need to save the transmission, we need to save the axles, the ECU, all those extra lines that go to the drivetrain, all that needs to be saved on this car. So we're going to actually do this correctly and unplug everything and not try to chop it all off in pieces with a hacksaw. I have not drained any fluids yet, so today I'm going to start with that. That way I know that it's all done and ready to pull the axles, so I don't spill gearbox fluid all over my fresh floor like I did last time. I think that's pretty much it. I'm sure there's nobody watching just yet, but we will move on anyway. You probably see Maverick's in here. Come here, go sit. Come here, big bear. Right here. Oh, here you go. There's Maverick's in here. However, we just got a puppy, and she is running around in and out that door, so you guys might spot a little Echo puppy. Actually, might as well introduce her, see what you're looking for. Echo! Come here, Echo! Come here, puppy. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What do you got? A paint lid? You're so silly. Look, it's Echo. Woo. Say hi. Look at that puppy. Look at that puppy. She is like just barely 4 months old. We have no idea what breed she is. She looks like a German Shepherd puppy. I don't know. Michelle went to go buy a camper, and the guy's like, "Hey, you want a puppy? Because somebody dropped it off in my house." And he lived in the middle of nowhere, and Michelle saw this beautiful puppy and just couldn't say no. So, it's Echo, a little pup dog. Her and Matt are going to hang out outside all day today because it's a wonderful day out. So you might see her pop in and out just to say hi. Very bitey. Very bitey. Alright, that's all. And with that, we will get started. And I think speech chat is working now. I'll go ahead and just send a test message so we make sure it's good to go.
Industries said, test 2. Lordy said, looking good on our end.
All right, cool. Sounds like the speech chat's working. Lordy says looking good. Thank you. Sounds good. All right. As a matter of fact, I think I might have to kick these dogs out because they are trying to play. Right, we're trying to do work. And, go get look at these goobers. Go get it. Go. Go play. Go play. Go play. Go play. What a bunch of good dogs. All right, time to get draining.
Healer said, hello everyone, Cowboy Hat Face 5x5.
Howdy, Ryle. Welcome. Good to see you. There we go. Drain pans. One for gearbox oil, engine oil, one for coolant. I think I'll go ahead and start with the coolant. Now the dogs are out, I want to get that out of the way and into the little bins. That way the little dog's not going to drink any of it. I don't think she's had much exposure to glycol. Wow, that's actually some pretty green looking coolant. I am surprised because this thing sat a very long time. Actually, let me see the plate what it says. Yeah, so this thing was last registered October of 2002. So this thing has been off the road for 22 years now, which is crazy. So the fact that the coolant still looks that good when it's sitting there for 22 years is kind of remarkable, actually. So I bought it from somebody who actually bought it from a junkyard. They bought it and they wanted to see if they could get it running and file for lost title and all this other stuff. They never got it running. The gas tank is like completely corroded to nothing. So I happened to be let old fuel sit for this long. The engine was like, it runs on starting fluid, so that means the ECU is good, distributor's good, engine's at least good enough to run. So if like it's got low compression or something, it will be rebuilt. But I'm guessing it was in the junkyard for rust issues, because the back end's really rusty, which is surprising since it's only on the road for 10 years before it died.
User said, "Yo, puppy cam."
Yeah, puppy cam. There's a big dog cam. Hopefully it'll see. It's good that we have we can all monitor this. That way I can see the coolant there, and I can see on the screen if there's a puppy coming in here to drink it. Maverick doesn't drink it. Maverick's smart. He's been around a few times. He does a few times, Rico. Maverick's been here for at least 15 motor poles in this garage. He knows the drill. Yeah, we won. We won. What you doing, man? Look at that fluffy butt. What you doing, fluffy butt? What you doing? What you doing? Where's that little dog at? Go get that little dog. Go get him. Go get him. All right, I'm gonna call that drained enough on the radiator. Plug it back up real quick. Oh, except I I left the petcock in the pan. In the mover. All right, well, times like these, just gonna glove up and go fishing, I guess. Probably should put this on before I started, honestly, because my hands are kind of covered in coolant now, and it's a little slimy and a little sticky, making the glove hard to put on. That's for sure. I always forget I have these until after I've made the mess. All right, gloved up. Let's go fishing. Oh, I can kind of see it. Fantastic. The less I spill on this floor, the happier I'll be. And let me know what you guys think about this camera angle. I've actually got the webcam up in the ceiling, kind of pointing down. I figured some more top-down stuff for the engine might be helpful. I thought maybe to go even a tick more top-down than this, but I also know that I'll be doing a bunch of stuff down here at the bottom, like pulling the axles and draining everything. So I didn't want to like lose out on all the bottom view. But like I said before, the guide video, the actual guide video, how to pull all this stuff is going to be a lot more in depth, as my usual guide videos are, showing you each little part. We'll be zooming in by hand and all the relevant pieces and whatnot. So don't feel like you're missing out, or if you're trying to pull B6T, don't watch this video and think like you need to follow the steps here. So this isn't, again, it's really not a guide video. This is just me getting some stuff done and seeing who all want to join along for the ride. And also because I've been pretty low on content this last month. I know I got a bunch of stuff I'm editing right now, but it's just been crazy busy, especially with the coilover stuff. I don't know how many of you guys have seen, but the Sam Industries Festiva coilovers are here. They just need built and reassembled and taken apart and shaved down and put back in their boxes. It's a huge process. So I've been working on that a ton. I've been working on other small stuff around the house a ton. So finally back out here, getting this out so I get a Festiva back in here and do another guide video, which you guys should see in the next month or so. It should be a pretty quick one for you to knock out. All right, let's see. Let's try to get that radiator off. I'm going to start with the lower one. That way I can drain it in the pan right now. Looks like that's an 8. The top one still has the factory spring clamp, so we'll get the spring clamp pliers out. I also recently learned that the radiator hoses for Capris are getting kind of rare, so I used to cut these off, but now I'm trying to save them in case they're any good. That way people can use them. All right, wasn't too bad as far as spillage goes. Now I get spring clamp pliers. If y'all haven't seen these before, I highly recommend checking them out. These were like 32 bucks on Amazon or something, but it's a whole kit of pliers just for removing those spring clamps on radiator hoses and such. So got like the long ones that reach almost any angle, and the short ones that hold it just right. They lock in place to hold the spring clamp.
You're arm wrestling, said. What's up, Samit? Hope all is well.
Yo, how's it going? It's all pretty good. It's busy but good. I'm sad I haven't gotten as many videos out this month as I wanted, but I am working on it. It's just been busy, especially now that we got the puppy. As I mentioned earlier, we got the puppy cam going. She's just under 4 months old, so she requires a ton of attention, constant playing, constant napping, constant playing, and she's very bitey. She loves chewing it, everything like my shoes, my cables, and all the car parts.
User said, keeping this up for the viewers.
Oh yes, the views. Yeah, so if anybody's watching right now, even if you had it on mute, if you're playing this, every hour you watch is a watch hour for the channel, which is fantastic for us. See, like the only way I could potentially get paid to do YouTube. So for everybody sticking around and doing that, first of all, thank you, and second of all, the longer you have it up, the closer I am to getting paid. Which right now, YouTube is just a labor of love. For the past, 4 years now I've done the channel, YouTube has not paid us a cent. Or if you want to contribute a little bit more and get a free shirt this year, or other free merch.
User said, it's like we all get to go to work with you.
Yeah. Can you imagine if this was my job, actually just taking Capri's apart every day? It'd be a lot. But if you want to support the channel like more directly and get stuff like free merch and a free shirt, check out our Patreon. Patreon really helps keep up stuff, especially stuff like the filming gear. Like the fact that we have a nice webcam in here right now to do all this on is almost entirely thanks to the Patreon. people, put in like $5 a month or $10 a month just to help out here and there. When like every little bit helps, and like if one person puts in $5 a month, and 10 of you guys decide like, oh, I wouldn't mind putting in $10 a month, that's $50 a month extra we get to help make stuff like this happen. So I really appreciate that. All right, I'm looking for my side cuts. I just had them out cutting hoses, and now I've set them down who knows where. This is what you guys don't see in the guide video. When I'm making guides, I get to edit them, cut out all the useless content. Now you guys will see how it actually goes in real life. It's mostly 15% doing the job, 15% grabbing tools, and then 70% me looking for tools I already had out and lost. And if you are a Capri person and you're watching this right now, buy this radiator. It's very nice. It's all metal. Still has a fan on it. I'm pretty sure the fan works. It's a pretty good looking unit. Matter of fact, if you buy this radiator, I'll throw in brand new radiator bushings for free. Brand new, straight from Mazda. Radiators love to get stuck on that AC line. See if I can kind of pull that down to the bottom to get out of the way. This is one of those things that the 94 Capri actually does a little better. The AC line does not completely cover the front mount and the front radiator hose, or I should say the lower radiator hose. All right, that's mostly around it now. There we go. One Capri radiator. We will set that to the side over here, along with the other parts we're trying to keep nice. All right, we got a lot more room to work. I'll also try to cut the power steering lines real quick, and we'll pop out the knock box. So the knock box in the corner, that's the knock sensor control, the ignition timing, the ECU, and that's only on the turbo models. You're going to need that for the swap, so you don't want to cut anything. The plug is up here on the firewall and the holder. Just going to unplug this big round plug. Move this bracket up a bit. Pop that zip tie. Alright, knock box is out. Our intake we have. Now, there's two hard lines coming up here for power steering. Normally you can use wrenches to undo it, and a soft line here, but if you have A grinder, you can also grind them off. I guess we'll go ahead and try taking them off the right way, just in case somebody wants them. I did have somebody buy them off a different car, so wouldn't hurt to try. Oh, that one came off not too bad. Then I'll go ahead and put a rag in here too. This is going to leak. There's not a really good way to put a drain pan in here to catch this fluid. So I'll just shove the hole, put a rag in here. Now, the other line up in this area is actually a soft hose. I already did this clip. I'm just going to pull it. Hey, not so bad. All right, so there you go. Power steering disconnected. This AC line will leave for now. I'll probably come back later and cut it, or just bend it as it's coming out with the engine. You don't have to mess with it too much. The front one, typically you're going to want to cut. Again, I can try to get it pulled off here the right way, just while I have the tool out. See how well that goes or doesn't. Wow, that one came off too. This car is really rusty on the bottom, probably from sitting in the weeds and stuff. The top end, not too bad. So some of this is coming off without too much struggle, which is rare but appreciated in the free world. Looks like a hammer. Yeah, maybe I spoke too soon. Nope, that's not bad. There's a second bracket. AC line bracket can come off. Should be a 10. There we go. AC line out of the way. I think there was some puppy cam just then. I must have missed out on it. I turned up my feet. So actually, come to think of it, let's go ahead and put that coolant in a jug like I mentioned. So I got old cat litter tubs. They have a really wide mouth on top. Makes it super nice to put fluids in. I am still going to get a funnel though. This is actually so green, you could probably reuse this. But I won't. Especially because I filled with dirt. Yeah, at the very bottom of that coolant, there's a ton of rust flakes, but like they're very solid flakes. There's nothing mixed into the coolant, which is very cool. Now we look for a puppy cam. Woo, puppy cam, puppy cam. What are you doing? All right, I will turn this upside down in the trash can, let it finish draining. We will give our funnel a quick wipe and then toss it back. I guess I'm out of like used rags. Oh, there's a used rag. Our AutoZone much prefers if I give them oil and coolant separately and not mixed. So I do try at least a little bit to not mix them up when I'm dumping the containers. It's also why we're going to run 2 drain pans. Now we can drain the gearbox and the engine. I don't always drain the engine oil, but I feel like this one might be a good one just to A, get an idea of how it looks, and B, make it easier if I separate the transmission later and tip it over, it's not going to spill everywhere. I have already misplaced the lid for this that I just had it. I showed it to the camera, but it heaven knows where. Okay. Right. Did anybody in chat see where I put that lid? If so, let me know, please. Oh, just kidding. It's under the funnel. Ta-da. Okay, there we go. Coolant done. Time for oil. I believe it's going to be a 24 and a 19. I don't have a 3/8 24, so we'll run the half-inch sockets real quick. Since our pan is clean, we will start with the engine oil.
User said, loving the change of garage vibe. New bay, new project.
Yeah, getting fancy with that overhead view, huh? That'd be dope. I seem to have a very curious maverick over here. You know, I was just talking about wearing the right glove for the job, and then for the second time in a row, I did not. And now my cloth glove is full of oil. So I think we're just going to go ahead and take that off. Oh yeah, I soaked straight through that, no problem. Brilliant. Okay. Thankfully, I have a few of these Harbor Freight gloves on deck. They're cheap, they last decently well, and they fit my hands really good. So I run these all the time.
3W said, my Monday at work is rescued. Thanks for doing this.
Hey, thanks for watching. Glad to be a part of your Monday. I know mine's a lot better because it's much better to wrench with friends than it is to wrench alone. And thanks to the YouTube live chat, we're basically doing that. Very cool. All right, now I will put the drain bolt back in. I'd call that good enough. Maybe. I think this drain bolt might have been messed with a bit in the past. Those threads are not very happy with life. I'm actually going to tighten it all the way down because I've had a few inches in storage where you're like, half is good, and then it drains a little more over time, and it leaks all over the floor. And like I said earlier, I just redid these floors, so I'm going to put that all the way back in nice and firm. Wipe off the bottom a little bit. All right, now give that oil a quick little inspection before we put gear oil in here. It's dark, but it does not look very metallic, which is fantastic news. Yeah, it looks fantastic, actually. I don't know if the camera's going to pick any of that up. I'm also gripping it everywhere. But there it is on the edge of my ratchet handle. Maybe if it blow out all the light. I don't know if that's going to show up at all, but it's nice and golden caramel color, so love to see it. Once we get the engine out, we might go ahead and pop the valve cover off and see how it looks in there, but so far this is looking like it's been very well taken care of, which is excellent news. I know right now the paint job probably looks terrible. This is actually this light kind of blowing everything out. So you can really see how faded and cracked all this paint is. This was a white Capri. They spray bombed the entire engine black, and the whole car is purple, like a deep metallic purple. It looks terrible up here, but that's just from sitting in the sun for the past 20 years. When they first got it done, it looked really good. And I can tell because they painted the bottom of the hood, the bottom of the trunk, and it was still nice and glossy, really deep metallic purple. They masked off all the stickers. Like somebody actually did try fairly hard to do the right paint job. It's just, not a ton of prep work it looks like, and it was 20 years ago sitting in the sun, so now it's all baked and gross. But at one point, this was a good-looking purple Capri back in 1999. All right, so that's done. We can put all that oil in our next jug. Draining the gearbox oil is probably the more important part, since that is we're going to be pulling the axles out to get the engine and transmission out. We really don't want to spill smelly gear oil all over the floor. So I keep saying new floors or clean floors. What we did is put insulation in the garage, which required emptying out the entire thing. I'll have a video about the whole process soon. And while I was in here, this floor had a super rough brush finish. So I spent the time with Steven with a concrete grinder, and we ground the entire floor back down to flat, smooth concrete. However, I've not put any sealant on it. I figured over time, with how much stuff I spill and how often I'm putting rubber and stuff in here, it would just kind of self-seal, kind of natural seal. I really want to put something up just to have it peel up from all the crap I spill, like acid and stuff. I didn't have the money to acid etch anything. So this floor is just raw, recently sanded concrete, which makes it super porous. So anything I spill on here, it sucks it up very quickly. So I'm trying to do my best, well, not my best, I'm trying to do a decent job of not spilling stuff all over it. So far, it's going all right. All right, thinking ahead, taking the glove off this time so I don't soak it with oil. Now we're going to go, I believe, to 24 with a transmission drain plug on a G series. Actually, I'll leave that now. Set off the sides, put the Maverick on trip on it. That would be a nice live stream fails clip with the Maverick just completely dumping the entire vat of oil on the ground after I just talked about keeping it clean. We couldn't stage that if we tried, Maverick. You guys can't see him, but he is right here. There he is. How'd he go? Very good assistant today. Puppy Cam!
Said, guess who's back?
Oh, it's Alex! Our boy Alex! For those who don't know, Alex watched our entire Harvest Steva stream. I think it was a 12-hour stream. Alex was there for basically the whole thing. Welcome back, Alex. Now you're in Kentucky in my garage, and we're tearing apart this Capri. Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy. There's also a puppy cam, which you're seeing right now. Hi, hi, hi. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
User said, Yo, how we doing, Alex?
Hi, hi, hi.
YouTube user said, Puppy so excited.
She is
Alex
excited. Hi,
said,
hi.
I'm doing pretty good.
Oh, it's getting pretty crowded in here. Getting pretty crowded in here. Nope, no biting. What are we doing? What are we doing, dogs? What are you doing, Echo? No, don't bite me. Don't bite him. No, no, no. Oh.
Said, Y'all coming to Madness this year?
Hi, puppy. Come here. I think Michelle has stuff going on, so she's not going to make it. I might make it Madness this year. Still not quite sure yet. It really depends on how busy we end up getting with the stuff around here at the house. But I'm thinking I might try to make it down this year. We'll see. No, I got a lot of people asking, uh, and I kind of would like to. So.
Said, Woo, car.
All right, transmission is drained. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I think this little puppy's getting a little tired. It seems like she wants to come up for a nap. Maybe I should get her a little puppy bed. All in favor of a garage puppy bed, say aye.
Said, I. Dr. 3W said, I. Fabio said, I. YouTube user said, I.
All right.
YouTube user said, Their blanket is outside. YouTube user said, On half cut.
All right, we'll do it. We'll get a puppy bed. First, though, we're going to drain this.
User said, Just make sure they are on cam.
Of course. All right, transmission fluid also looking pretty good. There's definitely a little swirling in there. I doubt the camera is going to pick any of this up, but there's a little brass synchro swirling that's going on in there. But that's pretty typical. Otherwise, it's some pretty bright red ATF, which is the spec from Ford for this. So somebody put the spec ATF in, and it looks recent. Like it's been changed at least once in its life. I'll see if it sees it during the pour. I don't know if the camera's going to pick any of that up, but that's pretty red. I have to hold it way up here. Can the camera see that? Yeah, there you go. You can kind of see it now. It's very red. Let's go. Yep. Whoa, she's skating. She's skating. Look at that go. Somebody clipped that. The dog just skateboarded the creeper. Echo, you're crazy. All right, same as before. I'll lay this in the trash can. Let it finish draining. Dude, that dog just rode that thing.
Said, Dog doing GR8 at SK8.
Huzzah. Woo. Good job, Echo. All right, I'm gonna use food. Wipe it off again. All right, YouTube, watch the dogs while I get their blanket. All right. Puppy bedtime.
Said, "Yay dog," laughing face.
Ta-da. The puppy.
User said, "So cute."
Puppy cam.
Red heart.
All right. Next, I think I need to start taking apart these knuckles so we can start getting these wheels out of here.
Said, "Harvestival was full of great moments, lol."
Yes, it was. I think there'll be less moments today since I'm out here by myself, but we'll see. You know, a lot of this, it's all about the interaction between chat and me. So all y'all, me, the TV talking to me, you know, the livelier you guys make it, the livelier it is. Thankfully, that puppy does not mind loud noises.
Said, "Once more deep fried tool sounds."
Oh, the baby impact over here getting her done.
Bab said, "New dog since I last visited."
Yeah. New dog, basically in general. I think we've had Echo for 2 weeks now. Michelle went and bought a camper, and the camper came with a free puppy. So there she is. That's Echo. Say hi, Echo. Ugh. Too dark up there, isn't it? Okay,
Bab
here she is.
Said, "What kind of camper?"
Little pop up. An old, like a 1994 Rockwood 10-footer, I think. Just a little too big for a Festiva, but just right for the Maverick. I pop her. Alright, let's see here. Now we can switch to the big impact and the big socket, start pulling the axles out. One side. side.
Said, I kinda hate time differences, lol.
Yeah, what time is that there, Alex?
Said, an example is, it's 7:16 p.m. in South Africa.
Dang, it is 1:16 here.
Said, 6-hour time difference XD. Oh, I love a good axle. We'll pop right out. No worries. Here we go. One axle. Done. Switch sides. Said, Axel.
Oh.
Said, I'd ask a lot of questions.
Dun.
Rogers 1187. Said, hazard here.
As in Mr. B has? All right. Out of the knuckle. Give it a spin. Give it a pull. Oh. Hey. Got it. Oh. Looks like our dogs went back outside. Good. I don't want to fall down and hit her just then. Hey, I kept my
Jers
limbs.
1187 said, as in F Brad and F that Axel.
Yeah, well, it's out. The only issue I have is my finger popped through my glove. All right, axles are out. Oils are drained. I'm going to go ahead and drop the nuts off the front transmission mount and the rear one. Everything else we do from now on should be from the top of the motor. So, oh, and the shift linkage. We got to take shift linkage off. So, might as well just get her done. Actually, I'm gonna get the blower real quick, blow some of that dirt out of the way so I'm not crawling around with dirt.
Healer said, sweet.
When it comes to cleaning a garage, this is way better than a broom. Done, clean. All right, engine mount bolts. Probably need an extension on this guy to reach up into the second one. All right, try the big battery, high output. Nothing will stop the little gun today. Just kidding. Looks like something will stop the little gun today. That's all right. We'll get
57 HDH said, stopped.
I guess so. That one pesky nut was enough to stop the little guy in its tracks. And now stuck in the tool.
57 HDH said, remember Lefty Lucy. Alex said, what's your favorite type of fruit juice?
I mean, it's probably actually grape juice, followed by, I don't know, apple juice and orange juice are both really good. The problem really is that I'm diabetic and fruit juice is like just half sugar. And sugar-free fruit juice sucks. So I don't enjoy fruit juice nearly as often as I'd like. Alright, I'm going to grab the 14 because I can never remember if Capri's have a 14 or 17 on the rear mount. Festivas are easy, it's 14 all around. It is indeed a 14. There we go, just enough for us to get stuck. All right, transmission linkage.
Said. It's 77 degrees Fahrenheit RN.
Wow, this car is really not in terrible condition down here. That was probably the fastest linkage we've done. It also helps that the exhaust, somebody cut the cat off, so the exhaust is already cut, so it's not in the way of anything, which makes our job a little easier. All right, I think we can move on to the top now and start moving things from the top end. Let's start with some wiring. I already unplugged the VAF and the coil, so we'll move their wires out of the way.
3W. Said. What is the plan for this engine? Along. Said. Have fun over there.
Hey, thanks, brother. We are doing our best. The plan for this engine, there is no plan. I'm a filthy hoarder, and I saw a cheap B6T, so I grabbed it. We do have a plan for a different B6T. I don't know who all was here earlier, but I mentioned that this is not a guide video. I am making a guide video. This exact job is not on this car. This one just needs to get the frick out of here. But the other one that I'm doing a guide video on is going to be part of the B6T swap guide series that we've been working on. A lot of you have already seen the core support guide video and the intro video. The next video in that series is the guide to remove this. The video after that will be the wiring guide, where I'm showing how to do the wiring harness to make a B6T harness and everything plug right into your Festiva. So that other engine, the other Capri, will be going into the yellow car, which is actually right behind the camera. You can't see it. It's right there. The plan for this one, though, just goes into cold storage unless somebody makes me a ludicrous offer for it, in which case I will sell it. But your offer better be absolutely silly. All right, ground down here in the transmission. We can unplug. And then there's a trans sensor that we can reach all the way up here and unplug. The big battery cable here. I think we can undo the ground. Just lay him on the inside.
3W. Said. That's incredible. Very cool. Subscribed.
Hey, thanks. If you're into Festivas or maybe a little bit into Capris and maybe even a little bit into Miatas, then I definitely suggest subscribing because we are doing a lot of Festiva content, some new Capri content, not just scrapping them, like actually working on one, and soon we'll be doing some Miata content. However, if you just like garage shenanigans in general and think my voice is not like the worst or the most annoying voice on earth, then sometimes I just do cool stuff. We're working on Capris, we're working on Festivas, we're doing engine swap guides, we're doing suspension guides, we're doing a ton of stuff, especially as we get into the winter months here, and I can't be outside doing stuff. There's a whole lot of good stuff coming to the channel. I highly recommend checking it out. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and remove this fuse box, just these wires out of my way. This isn't necessarily something you have to do, it just can make your life easier. Remove some screws up here to get these relays out of the way. And now there's the ground cable. So this whole bundle here, and going over the starter and stuff, we just undid that extra ground here. The last bit goes over this fuse box and clip it. Now we pull the fuse box up and under this AC line, which I'm not going to bother trying to save. And the fuse box actually has plugs in it, so you can unplug things from the bottom of the Capri fuse box. So I can unplug that plug. And down here we've got plug, plug.
T7HDH
Unplugged.
said, "Is this the car that you made the headlights dance?"
No, that's actually the one I bought to keep. So it's a red 91, I think. It's right outside the garage door right there. That's the one we're going to be working on. So I'm going to actually be like restoring that one, fixing it, probably doing a boost controller on it, doing some quarter-mile time comparisons, stuff like that. Stuff that Capri people want to see. So all you Capri owners, check
T7HDH
that out.
said, "Lift it."
Lift it? No, that's money. That's stuff I don't have. I have the equipment to fix it. I don't have the equipment to lift it. I'm not spending a bunch of money on it. That's for sure. All right. Now I'd like to pop out the fudge cable real quick. That is easier said than done on the G series, though. Let's see if I'm strong enough to push with the pry bar somehow and pull that cable out.
T7HDH said, "My lift cost about $30.
Yeah, $30, but the time to make it and stuff. I've got too many projects right now. I need to do project reduction, not project addition. I need to be doing less stuff. The whole reason I'm out here doing this today instead of something Festiva related is because I need it out of the garage so I get a Festiva in here. All right, touch cable is up out of the way. Easy enough. Then we go back to unplugging some wiring harness material. So our throttle cable on this car was already boned, so we can kind of get him out of the way. That vacuum line stays. All right, down here, here we go. Distributor wire. We can unplug him from this main harness. There's a final plug. There we go. Then there's this big injector loom harness down here. It's one of the annoying ones. Got it out. And there's this other sub harness runs up the front. It's like fan wire, O2 sensor wire. It just broke. That's cool. Capacitor wire. Oh, broke that one too. Okay, great. Okay, we've got more ground in there. Now I can pull all this out of the way. What the heck is that? Somebody has made some sort of adapter down here. I don't know what that does. I'll investigate that later. We have our TPS sensor and the temperature sender for the gauges. All right, there's a big chunk of the engine harness off. While I'm here, I can undo the speedometer cable. Looks like I'm going to give it a bump with the wrench real quick because it's pretty stuck on there. There we go. Speedometer cable. Come on. All right, it's, well, I was gonna say out, but there we go. Now it's out. The actual cable part was stuck inside there. That's done now. Come back over here. We can start undoing. Actually, I think there's all there's a subwire on here, if I remember correctly. All right, we have heater core hoses still in the back end. We've got a couple of these vacuum lines. I'm going to undo them from the intake side once I go to the firewall. So I'll plug him. This is pretty well dripped out, so we can get it out of the way. All those hoses are off. Brake booster hose. If I want the actual hose pliers for that, it's pretty well stuck on there. How did I already lose those? Oh, no, they're on top. See, I knew I wasn't too crazy, just a little crazy. All right. All right, it's off. We've got fuel pressure regulator. We can unplug. This guy, we can unplug. And stay. Then this one. Stay, darn it. All right. Play that across. I also just noticed we're missing a lift eye over here. So I need to go find a lift eye for the engine to pop on there. Luckily, we have engines to spare. So. By pulling that bolt off, we're also throwing off the ground cable, which is good. You need to undo it anyway. You need to undo this turbo intercooler hose. I'll go grab a hook. Cool. Now I'll go grab a hook. Unless this engine has one. Yeah, that'll work. Will be 3 over here coming in handy. Actually, that bolt's too long. Undo that. Boom. There we go. All right, the main thing that's left now is this AC line, which I guess we can go ahead and cut it now. No time like the present. And the heater core hoses, which we might just try to cut, or we might pull and then cut. But I don't really want to mess with them. So, how hard is it to remove the line? All right, we'll try to take it off the right way, because it does unbolt from the compressor right in the front, which I think we can get to from the bottom.
Rogers 1187 said, maybe turn the camera off for a second, vent to atmosphere.
Alright, AC line is disconnected from the bottom. That wasn't so bad. Actually, I was just thinking, I don't remember cutting it in the last one I did. The last one was 94.
Set. Mav.
Back to 10. Oh. Dead battery. Okay, I'll go back to the big battery for a second on this guy. All right, fine. We'll do it the right way. I'll try to get the heater core hoses off. It's such a pain to reach them. Maybe a really long extension will do it. Maybe something absurd, like this. Well, that one broke right off because of the rust. And that one's also going to come off. All right, we will be cutting those. Maybe I'll go ahead and cut that right now. Ugh. This one, I can maybe get to the top. Oh, it split right off on its own. I guess that works for me. The other one's half cut. That being said, I did just spill a bunch of coolant on the ground, so we'll take care of that before the puppies come back in here. And I just remembered the hoist is not in here, it's outside. So I'm going to move all that crap so we can roll the hoist in here. So y'all get to watch me struggle with the hoist for a bit. Matter of fact, let me just give the camera the old turn here. Maybe. Can I? Yeah, I can turn that. All right, now everybody can watch me struggle to move the hoist. After I do these last couple bolts over here. 10, 17.
Said. Camera rotated.
Yeah, I moved the camera on purpose to get the hoist and forgot I had 2 more bolts to get. So. engine side mount done. Now we're ready for the hoist. So move dog bed. I have to move the tools for a second. I'm actually a little sad. My certified crane operator is not here today. I usually don't do an engine lift without her. But the show must go on, I suppose. Ooh, well, this out of the way. Out of the way. That out of the way.
Rogers 1187 said, "Well, we are here to watch."
Yeah, I guess you guys are on safety watch. Oh, no car in the way. What the heck? Obviously, I didn't think ahead very well. Ta-da! It's here.
Rogers 1187 said, "Success." Alex said, "Yay, it's here, smiley face."
All right. The key to getting a B6T out is to pick up a lot more on the engine side. You really want to give it a lot of tipping. Tip it real good. I'll move the camera back to where we had it.
Said, "Was this particular B6T outfitted with a boost controller or any other mods?"
No, this one is basically untouched. I'm guessing this is because of how old it is, since it's been off the road since 2002, so there wasn't really a whole lot of turbo boost, high output stuff going on in '02. That was back in the day when tuning was still a brand new thing for a lot of people, and if you were to turn the boost up on a stock car, you just blow it up because you know what you're doing. So yeah, no boost control in this.
3W said, wow, she's been dormant. She live on.
Yeah, it ran on starting fluid, so I think it's going to be all right. All right, let's see what we can make happen here. Power steering lines fixed. Caught something in the front. Looks like the AC compressor. Get back down a tick. I think we want even more angle on this thing. And actually, there's one more ground cable in the back corner. Might as well just take care of that real quick. It is one of the chintzy ground cables that I would not reuse. I would recommend making a new one, but it doesn't get out of the way. Wrong bit. All right, try again.
Aldonado said, what were the plans for this one? Sorry, I just got here.
No direct plans. We're just getting the engine the heck out. A little more wiggling, a little more cranking. I'm going to pull back a bit so we don't damage all the sensors on the firewall too much.
Here's 1187 said, pump up the jam.
Pump it up. Pump up the drums. All right, we are stuck on. I don't know, nothing really. It's actually still pretty floating here. I can see our last hose clamp, so we'll go ahead and try to pull him off while I'm in here. The one for the heater core hose. The ones I tried to chop in half earlier didn't work so good. Then we come under the engine, back up by the alternator. I have to go glove free for a second to get my hand in here. Actually, it's tight. That being said, the hose clamp tires are making it much easier. I've got the hose plier kind of dangling here, but it's locked in place so I can wiggle the clamp with my fingers. Okay, that is wiggled. Now, can I break the hose free? Again, there's really not any room to reach in here. There's just too much going on with the IAC, oil cooler, alternator wiring. The hose plier set does come with little hose pushers. See if those will work for us real quick. Hey, they actually did. Most of the way off. All right, almost lost my arm in there. The hose is off though. See what we can do. Now at this point, our back mount's gonna get a little stuck by the master cylinder. You can undo the back mount. You can undo the master cylinder, which is a good idea because they're worth a lot of money. I probably should have done that before I started this. Or we might be able to just push it and clear it. I'll try pushing for, or pull the whole hoist out. What's stuck? Ah, of course, the fuel line. This thing has not had fuel pumping in many years, so I'm going to assume there's no pressure on this. Very nice. I'm actually going to lower it a bit to get it off the edge of the master cylinder. Then hold it here. Pump up the drains once more. All right, we're basically clear. I'm going to go ahead and just drag it out of the way. And since we are scrapping this shell, if it bumps, it bumps. Ta-da! We are free and clear. There she is. One beautiful B6T/G series. Woo! All right, I am a sweaty mess. But there she is. All glory. 1.6 liters of dual overhead cam turbo goodness. I am a mess. I scratched the shit out of my arm pulling that hose off. So we will take a 2-3 minute break. I'm gonna go grab a drink. I'm gonna grab our dogs. We'll wash my arm off, And then we move on to phase 2, where we take out the wiring harness. We're taking out the ECU. We're taking out the headlight motors, at least. We're taking out the relay. We're taking out the master cylinder. We're taking off the steering wheel even. So yeah, I'll see you all in 2 to 3 minutes. Actually, can I set up the thing? How do I do the... Hang on, I had a scene for this. Nope. Nope, not that. Not that either. Hang on, hang on. Hang on. Oh yeah. Okay, I'll be right back. We're back. Echo. Echo. Here, puppy. Echo. Come here. Come here. Echo, come here. Scene 1. All right, we got a drink, we got a snack, we got Echo. Now featuring 110% more visibility. She is so hard to see, it's like a little shadow. So I got her a very bright blue harness. She's a very tired dog. All this live action's got her wore out. She's ready for a nap. She even naps inside. All right. Granola bar, Diet Dew, snack of champions. And then we can start pulling out this wiring harness. Hey, Echo. I see we lost a few people over break. Very understandable since it is the middle of the workday on a Monday. Whoever left, though, was missing some really good puppy time. Tell your friends, tune in, see a cute sleeping puppy, watch me pull a wiring harness. Very cool stuff. And as a matter of fact, we might even do a little camera rearrangement just to get a little better view of the engine bay for the wiring harness bits. I know I said this isn't a guide video, but it'd be nice if you guys could kind of see what I was talking about, I suppose. Do I have enough cable to work with here? That is a big maybe. Do I even have a spot I can clamp it? Better question. Yeah, I think I can fix it out. Just gotta move this whole television. All right, prepare for the view to get very wacky. Hang on. We might lose the camera feed for a second. I have to get a longer USB cable, so pardon me momentarily. Check. All right, I think we're back. Hello, Alex. Welcome back. We are just doing a little camera rearrangement so you guys can really see the wiring work we're doing. Ta-da! Pardon the shaking. All right. There is the Capri engine bay. It looks really blown out right now. If I lay here, will it less blow out? Nope, I'm still blowing the frick out. Oh wait, no, it's getting a little better. Anyway, I guess it's just trying to expose that black area as best as it can. So there is a top-down view of the Capri engine bay. Master cylinder, booster, fuel filter, intercooler hoses, cross member down here. We got heater core hose here, another one right here, fuel lines, and these are the solenoids, boost cut, barometer, test plugs. All of that goes down here. That's how it gets into the car. This big rubber boot right there, and it comes all the way over to here. So we have to take this whole harness and get it the heck out. Plus these little guys that I unflipped earlier, all of this nonsense. Some of this we keep, some of it we don't. We mostly just gotta start tearing stuff out so it's not in the way. I guess the puppy's no longer on puppy cam. Maybe I can move her to be on cam a little better. This little sleepy puppy dog. She's so tired. Scared. Oh, too far. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Look at that. Sleepy puppy cam. Holy cow. So adorable. Look at that precious little doggy. Oh, big stretches. Yeah. There. Puppy. Alright. Perfect. She is ready. I am ready. Hopefully all you are ready. Let's start pulling out some dang old wires. I'm going to start by undoing this AC line and all these little brackets up here because they're right in the way. That ain't going to do it. 10 mil it is. All right, then we're taking this overflow out of the way. Somebody put very long hoses on this at one point in its life. It can go. As always, some 10 mils. Our overflow is out of the way. We need him out of the way no matter what, because we really want to get down to those headlight motors, which are down in here. I'm going to try to manually turn down the brightness on this a little bit. Pardon me for a second. Not that. Tools. Settings. Brightness. I think that looks better. Maybe a little more visible. Did I not save that just now? All right, looks a little better. Back down here again. Let's see. We can start undoing all these relays. We don't necessarily need all of these. Some of these get deleted for this process. Some of these are body relays, but it's just easier to see everything when it's all out of the way. Fuel filter, just in the way of our wires. Get him out of here. What else is in the way up here? The hard line for the brake booster, right in the way. And I actually recommend saving some of these little brackets and stuff. These can come in handy when you're doing a swap later. I'll put it in our keep bucket, which I tossed way over here. Back to my JIS Phillips bit. Undo these brackets. That one out of the way, that one out of the way. This one. This one. Now, you'll see some zip ties in here. Do not snip the zip ties. Almost all the factory zip ties on Mazda and the Mazda-based Fords are reusable zip ties. Like right here's one. If I just push on this tab and pull it out, you'll see the zip tie comes right off. It's reusable. I don't know if I can get that on camera or not, but there's the zip tie, and you can kind of see on the back side there, maybe. Yeah, there you can kind of see right there. Little tab. You press that tab, and that releases the zip tie. So keep these. They're reusable. They're great at holding the harness. They're made of some good plastic. Another one down here. Some of them clip into the body, and there's actually a company that makes replacement versions. I use them all the time. I bought them on Amazon. So that way, if you have any of these little holes in the body, you clip it in, and you can tidy up your whole harness runs. So when you're doing swaps or just doing normal work, you want to tidy up the engine bay some, use reusable zip tie clips. They make life so much nicer. Trying to find a way to tuck this out of the way. Good enough. What did I just say? I said good enough. Get back in there. Okay, cool. Now, what do we got up here? We got the ignition coil. Okay, so this wire right here goes to a ground and then up to the lights and stuff in the very front. That's not part of the engine harness. This is, we call that valve plug, where we unplug the air intake, the coil wire. This, therefore, is all part of the engine. That comes down to up here, this plug, which goes to the main relay. We definitely want that main relay. You need to keep that for your swap. So let's pull that out. There it is, main relay. Then, down here, there's this big green plug. We may actually need parts of this plug later. So, we are going to snip this plug. The big green one. On some Capris, it's a 3-pin. Some Capris, it's a 6-pin. This is a 6-pin Capri. So, there it is. Pull the tape off where it's clipped to the body. Another clip here. That's clipped to the body on. Pop it off. Another one. Pop it off. Alright. Now we have this branch that was in the fender well. And we have this branch going up to the engine. Now I can see down here, it branches up. And there is, another zip tie. Let's get him out of the way. Same for this brake cable here. This is for the brake level sensor. We'll just unplug him. I don't think it's part of this harness, but I just want to be able to see what I'm doing. That is reusable. We will undo that zip tie. There we go. There is yet another ground down here, which is a 10 mil again. So many grounds. Just random spots like this. Steve's only got, well, really just the one body or two body grounds, and then a couple engine transmission grounds. All right, then looking up here, we have another clip that's taped in place. We'll just give it a pull, another little pull, another plastic clip here that comes off, same way. Looking up right here, another removable zip tie. Let's remove him. That's more of the body harness. We don't want that. We do want these sensors on this bracket here. So let me snake out what we have already. This whole chunk. And make sure we're getting that whole thing fed through here. So pretty good amount here. There's our relay. There we go. Got this whole thing off the side now. Then we've got this bracket here. Here's that sub harness where it connects to the main relay or the main harness. We can unplug him here, the blue one. Now I believe this blue one, we also want to run that towards the fuse box. I think this is power from the fuse box, if I remember correctly. Let's see if I can peek over there. Goes up to there. Might need that. We might leave it. Leave it for now. I also, in the guide, I'll probably recommend keeping these connectors. At the same time, I can actually buy these connectors brand new from Mazda. Like this one, yeah, this is the AC power side. That goes up to the AC area. So we really don't need any of this for our purposes, because you can't have AC on a B6T Festiva anyway. So we shouldn't need any of that. Then there's another bracket right here with a ton of solenoids and vacuum lines. So we delete some of that for the swap, but for now we're going to keep it in case we need it. So it's a couple 10 to get this bracket out of here. Just like that. Then the harness has a twist on clip. So these are little plastic clips. Very much like the firewall of a Festiva. You can push them on, but they unscrew to get back off. So we will unscrew that. Like so. And there it is. That is the entire engine harness now, free from the car, from the engine bay side. All this goes to the firewall. This is the evap line. I'll pull him off the charcoal canister. So there's all the firewall stuff. Now we just have this one chunk that goes into the car with the big boot right here. The rest we have to unplug from inside the car. So there's basically 5 plugs inside under the dash we have to unplug that the whole harness will pull out from here. I can maybe get the boot out now. Nah, not quite enough soft spot. So there you go. That's the whole harness. I'm not going to pull the inside parts out right now because you guys wouldn't see it. And I don't have a mic in the car, so you wouldn't hear me. So we're just going to call that good for that part for now. And we will switch over to pulling out the headlights. When I took out all the bolts from top, I went ahead and got these 2 in the corner. The next 2 are on the back side, on the back here, along the plugs. With the engine and all the plastics and accessories out of the way, these bolts are now very easy to get to. So I will undo the plug. I'd said with a great struggle. All right, undo that plug. Come over here, undo this plug. And the 10 mil. Back side. Now I don't remember if you have to have the headlights in the up position to remove them. I'm gonna do this first. Ah, yes, and here's the annoying part of Capri headlights. The plug does not just come out from the headlight. It's up in the housing. So while it's very annoying, the easiest way to do this is to snip it and put a connector in here. So I like just to cut it halfway through with the actual bulb connector, and then if you want to install this on a Capri, I would recommend cutting yours and putting in a connector right here. That way it's way easier to do this in the future, because there's a good chance it's going to happen again. All right, same here. Little wiggle, little snip. All right. Well, I dropped it, but the important part is the motor. Sometimes people buy the housings, sometimes they don't. The motor is the important part, and the motor works. So there we go. I would like to get the intercooler off as well. They're a bit of a pain to reach since the tubes go up through all this and by the condenser and whatnot. I think we can get to it by pulling the bumper off pretty easily. I don't remember what's required to take the bumper off though. I think I ripped one off on accident in the past. If I remember, there's some brackets behind these lights maybe. Like I said, don't quote me on this. It's been a long time since I've done Capri bumper. On the front side? Yeah.
Said. Woo SMOL dog.
Yeah, that puppy's tired. Alright, let's see here. There's a bolt to the top. Kind of. Yeah, taking this bumper off looks super annoying.
Said. That little mother fluffer is tired, lol.
Yes, she is. She plays hard and naps harder. Alright, well, I guess there's nothing to do but to do it. I think we need to take some 8s out from the side. shaky cam mode, like a scary movie in here. All right, maybe now we can kind of see what I'm doing on the bumper, at least a little bit.
Said, I can literally call you right now, LOL.
You can. My phone's all the way over there, though. I don't know if I'll even see it. But you could. All right. Try to get these bumper mounts.
Said, I can. Alex. Said, but I want, smiley face.
I mean, you're basically calling right now, thanks to the live chat. I mean, it's basically like a chat room in here, just with a a 15-second delay. All right, I gotta use hand tools for this because there's not enough room for power tools. Ugh. How does this one work? All right, that's very annoying. I'm gonna try to get the right to fit in there. Aha! Power tools forever! I wasn't letting that stupid ratchet win. I'm just gonna hit it raw with the Milwaukee. tiny extension on this thing for the fog light bracket where it hits the intercooler. See if this will do it now. Not quite. You might break it free by hand. I don't even use this intercooler, or I didn't really plan on using it. Just doing this for the sake of completeness now, I guess. It's enough. Oh, I think that got it. Fantastic. One disgusting Capri bumper. Alright, now I'm assuming the camera can't see it, but the intercooler is right here. Put the socket back. Get a different size on the impact. These 10, I'm guessing, yes. Ta-da! One purple-ish intercooler. Hooray! Alright, what's left in this big beast? Not a whole lot, really. Like, it's not a whole lot that's like worth pulling. The AC condenser, sometimes people are looking for those. I've had a lot of interest in the 94 condenser because it's a 1 year only deal. So when those go bad, you can only get it from the 94 Capri. The rest of the stuff you want to pull is mostly on the inside.
Said, Ford's making a new Capri. Except it's ugly. Really, really ugly. and electric.
I mean, I think this Capri is ugly, but I mean, everybody likes what they like, I guess. But yes, I did see the new one. Uh, Not really what I'd use a Capri name on, but I know people in Europe have had the Ford Capri way before we did, and then in the U.S. we had the Fox Body Capri, and then now we had this Capri and the new one.
Said 2024 Ford Capri.
Yeah, I saw the new one. I don't think the U.S. is getting it, but the Capri name has been used on at least four wildly different cars, so I don't think it's that big of a deal to use the name. Some people would tell you that this Capri is a crime because the Capri was a cool rear-wheel drive coupe, and this is a front-wheel drive floppy convertible. All right, I'm just looking around here, see if there's anything else we want to grab while we're at it. I don't see much. I might go ahead and do that clutch cable bracket because I think some people try to use the Capri clutch cable.
Said, I personally prefer the 1970s Ford Capri.
Yeah, the 70s Capri is probably the best looking Capri. I'm not a huge Ford person, though. Well, I think that's it. Puppy cam. Actually, since we have so many viewers here today, is there any way I can be in this shot? I just spread out, open the Capri like this. Oh, it's good to the spine. All right. If there's any interest, I will do a bunch of work to make it so that I can record me pulling out stuff from the interior. Because there are still 10 people watching right now, which is fantastic. So if at least a few of the 10 people want to see me pull out interior parts, let me know right now in the chat, and I will go get a second camera and get everything set up so that you can see me work on the interior. If not, we'll call it here. So everybody in the chat, let me know what you want to do. Let me know what you want to see. Ugh.
Killer. Said, yes please. Alex. Said, I do think that'd be quite interesting.
All right, then we'll make it happen. Step one, move the camera from where it is currently back a bit. Whoa, whoa. All right, floppy cam again. Everybody hold on to your stomachs. Everybody's motion sick. Look away now.
Killer. Said, sailors don't get seasick. Cody Van Ryn. Said, pull it out, pause. said, "Hey ha hee 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 hee, you're so funny."
Alright, there's some temporary additional lighting. Now, let's see if we can get this top to hold down at least a little bit. This one does have keys with it. There we go, there's step one. We're going to call that close enough for now. About all I can do. We want this tire, because this is a 1994 Capri wheel, which are a little bit desirable. This glass can go back here. This piece can go back here. This piece can go back here. All right. Now, that puppy, yeah, good dog. That's a good dog. Very tired puppy. All right, now I'm going to clean up some of these nuts, bolts, sockets, and crap on the ground. And then I'm going to lower the front back down so I can see what the heck I'm doing. Put these tools away. Make sure that puppy stays clear. Okay. I want it lowered down so that way the doors stay open on their own. When it jacked up this high and you're trying to work inside the car, the doors just keep wanting to self-close from the angle. So I'd like to drop it down. Stay there, puppy. Oh, hose full of coolant. Making a mess. That'll just have to do for now. Okay. We will be right back once more because I got to go grab the secondary camera and the tripod and a charger for it so it stays on while we record. So don't go anywhere. All 9 of you. Take me a couple minutes here.
Said, new Capri, new puppy. Car hole. Said, what a time to be alive.
Excellent. All 9 of you survived that break period. Thank you all. All right. I will get the second camera set up now.
Healer. Said, on top of the RV making a new roof. Nowhere to go. I'll be here all week. Try the veal smirking face.
I'd like to try the veal.
Said, about to leave for work, but nice to see you live.
Hi. Good to see you as well. Glad you stopped in before work.
Healer. Said, hi car hole. said, "Hi, Dragon Healer." Cardhole said, "I'll leave it playing for those sweet, sweet watch minutes."
Oh yeah, I love to see those watch minutes. All right, I got this new Milwaukee like tower of power light.
Said,
Oh yeah.
"That's a modern day moon tower right there."
Yes, it is. I would love to buy a decommissioned moon tower and just put it like dead center at Plays Mill. I think it'd be pretty sick.
Said, "I agree."
All right, still getting the second camera set up here, so we can do some interior work. All right, I think I press that button. I come over here and press a button like this. And then we go do this. Hey, how about that scene, huh? Let's get fancy. Let's do some of this.
Healer said, "Presto changey."
And we'll do some of this. we're getting somewhere. Look at that. We have Pup Cam. Pup Cam.
Said, yay, pup, Kim, yay.
Yeah, Pup Cam. Oh, Pup's on the move. Echo. Well, Puppy. Oh, there's my big head in Pup Cam. She decided she's going to go play outside for a bit. I'm sure she'll be back. But with that being said, it is time to get down and dirty on the interior of this car. And by which I do mean it's going to be dirty. There's literally a dead mouse in here. So it's gross as hell. Not the best view in the world. You're going to see the back of my head for the most part. But we will see what we can get done here. I think. Is the camera frozen? What the heck, camera? Get it together. Software update. Get out of here. Alright. Now we should be live. Now you should see the back of my head. Ta-da! Alright. So where we're going to be focusing now is down here, right behind the center console is where the ECU is, and also the fuel pump, and also all the wired plugs we need. So step one, we're going to unplug this big fat black plug down here, which you guys probably can't see, and the yellow ECU plug you guys probably can't see. Which is fine, because again, this is not a guide. A guide is coming later. This is just a live stream of us holding the crap apart. There's a spider hanging from my head. Okay, that's great. So, unplug the black one. I'm going to show you guys all of these after I get them out. Unplug this one. And actually, I think something in here has been messed with because this ECU is not bolted in. Somebody's already unbolted this and played with it. So, that's interesting. I'm going to move this carpet out of the way. That dead mouse. Yep, gross. Goodbye. Okay, now I can come back to the engine bay real quick. So we can pull out the big fat cable. That means a scene transition here. So that's the big middle one. With the ECU and the black cable unplugged, this grommet should pull out.
Healer said, man, you need a body microphone.
Okay, grommet's out. Yeah, I had a body mic set up out here, but we could not get it to stop echoing. Like it wouldn't do just the mic on me. I don't know why. I'll try yelling. Okay, got the grommet halfway full. Now, down in here, there should be plugs for some relays. Oh, somebody's gone in here and put a big, massive zip tie across
Healer
everything.
said, "Oh, loudly crying face."
All right, there's a giant zip tie on here. Here, I'll try turning on the phone mic. We'll see if that helps. Check, check. Check, check. Let's see, add device, recording device.
Healer said, "The other was better."
I haven't changed it yet.
Healer said, "It's just inaudible inside the car."
Yeah, I figured it might be. Done.
Said, "Dog cam."
Yeah, doggy is outside playing. All right, hang on. Let me see if I can fix this. 1 second. All right. car. Alright, I'm now in the car. Can you hear me? We're having a terrible echo. Let me know how that sounds. Is there any sound at all? Hello, hello? Hello, hello? Was there any sound at all from the car just then? Alright. Now is there audio in the car? Can you guys hear me? Check, check. Anybody in the chat hear me? Test, test, 1, 2. Check, check. Check, 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 check. Check, check. Check, check, check. Anybody in chat, can you hear me? Yeah, so I have no idea if it's working or not.
Said, I hear you.
Can you hear me well, though? And is there an echo?
Said, no echo.
Alright, well, hopefully this little mic is working now. Back in the car I go. Alright, time to call in this. What I was trying to say earlier, I think this ECU has been messed with. Because the whole thing is already loose. It's not fully bolted in. So somebody's been in here messing around. Bracket a little bend as I pull it out. Just one 10 mil holding it into the car. And then now pull up from the other side.
Healer. Said, sorry, my worthless phone crashed. I'm back.
Welcome back. Let me know if the audio is any better on your end. Welcome back, Healer. Look at that. One ECU. Oh. Next, we unplug our relays. this car looking quite crusty. Alright, we'll pull one of them inside. I gotta feed the cables out aside a little bit.
Said. So, how's the weather at 3:21 p.m.?
Really pretty good. A little hot, but pretty great. Crazy how effective zip tie is over here. Now I can push the harness through. Just like that. Ugh. It is a little warm. I'm definitely sweating in here. Okay, so we've got our two relays that sit under the ECU. Fuel pump relay and the control module. We need both of those. We have the ECU itself. Now I can show you guys the harness we pulled out. Just slide off for a second. In. There we go. That's pulling out now for a second. So reach around here. And there it is. One complete engine harness. Lay it in here real quick. You can see while it's pulling down there. Here's the grommet. So all pretty much past my fist that way goes in the engine bay. This is all the harness goes into the car. As you can see, there's not much. Let's slide that on. There we go. So we've got these two plug relays that go up the ECU. These three yellow plugs that go to the ECU. Then we have the big, giant black plug right here. This black plug is very important to the swap because this is how the ECU gets power. This is how it talks to dash. So things like the fuel pump trigger, and power, and the check engine light, and ignition, beyond quit. all that's in the dash, that
Taylor
needs to be right here.
said, "You made it look easy."
Yeah, I try my best. So, in order to integrate this harness to your USB dash, you need to grab the other side of this big black cable. It's down there in the dash, it goes up to the left. What you want to do is yank out as much of that big black plug as you can, like even anywhere from 8 inches to like 12 inches of that. You're going to explode a takeoff. And you want to cut that big black plug out of the car. And we're going to need it to integrate this into our harness to keep this removable. So I'm going to set this on the side, put it in there with my knife and knife cuts and maybe even a hacksaw and get the rest of that harness the heck out of there. This is going to be really sticky too, so if you got some gloves, like I keep recommending earlier, to keep putting gloves myself, now you can have to put the gloves on. Can you see on camera? Oh, I bet if I lie, that's good. Light on there. Yeah, there you go. A little left side. There it is. There's the big black plug. Here. And you see with the dash up here, right about here, up to the edge, it's a really spot cut. So I will grab the snips, we'll start snipping. And with the snips I have, right now, probably best to only do like 4 or 5 wires at a time. And only that 6 of these are important, but for the sake of time and completion, we're taking all of them for now. So we come in here. And there we have it, the other end of that black plug. Now, I could have probably pulled a little more of it out, but I think it's the car done, we're out of here, so there it is. Now, we put all these in the box, along with that rest of that pile of things to keep. These are important. You do not want to lose these. I keep piles over here. To not lose those relays, you can just plug them right back into the harness. This is what I'm going to do so they don't get misplaced. The black thing back on. Relay connectors. Plug those right back into place. Back out. That's it. Microphone back in the dash. Alright, what else do we need to pull in here? These switches are a good idea to pull. People pay for those. This one's already popped out. So we will just plug in. There you go. One AC switch. This screws in it. I should probably unscrew it, but it's already half pulled out, half broken. We might be able to just break this section of the dash off. Well, actually, you guys can't really see the can you? Let me. It's the camera. Alright, good. I've been requested to pull more dashbox out from some Capris, so oh, there's a giant mouse nest in here. That's really gross. Like, that's an entire. Where's my light at? Up over there. That is a massive mouse nest. It's really gross. Yeah. I'm gonna unscrew that block. Snip the plug and let's get the frick out of here. That's really gross. Get that built back. Where did I put the screwdriver? Ah. Alright, one clock. Covered. Power window switches are going to both work. I tested it. This one does work, so I'll pull both those four cards. The steering wheel, somebody has requested from this car for all the cruise buttons, so I will take the steering wheel out. It's kind of a pain, but we'll get her done. The fog light switch is very important. That's XR2 only deal, and people really need those, so we will pull that out. See if I can get these screws out real quick. Pull this off.
Said, "Oh, gross. A mouse nest nauseated face."
Yeah, it's thick and nasty, so yeah, it smells down here too. So the less time I spend in here, the better. Alright, see if I can pan this all the way over so I can let go apart. Because the other big money maker on Capri is the window regulators, and this one has fully working window regulators and full working headlight regulators. So that's all Capri orders want the most. Alright, should be enough room to see what's going on. These nap pockets and stuff are also worth money. These handles are worth money. They break a ton. This one appears to already blue a lot. We'll be able to do that. Yeah, glue on here, glue on up here. I'd say this handle is seen some things. So, do it. One of those that's going to the door. Yeah, that's toast. This guy got a screw. Then nap pocket screws. screws on the side, they're already gone. Front, go back edge, through here. Lock on the edge, screw. Sorry, I'm blocking the camera, so it's not really a good idea, but through here. I actually do have a guide coming out for this because I fixed the window on my other Capri, the one I'm keeping. So there's a video that's coming out. All nice and properly filmed and whatnot. That bucket bend out, drop down, like that. Then we have 10 screws here. Go behind that panel. That only pops up. I said it pops up. Come on, pop up. Come on. Up. That was bad. Alright, our whole tripod just fell down. Guess I was shaking it too much. I think it's fixed. Okay, fixed. Fantastic. Alright, this door card is not playing very nice for me today. It's just clip holds it on. I need to hold it up. For now, I can unflip the window switch. And pop it out.
Wizard
Now it's off.
said, "Didn't I miss the crane operation?"
Oh, you missed it by quite a bit. That's old news. Alright. I can tell this is a low mileage. Wait, where's my microphone? Oh, there it is. Maybe now I can hear better. You can You can tell it's a nice little extra creek because it's got the original window motor still in it. It's on gold rivets in it. So if we just want to peel this nasty plastic stuff out. That way we get the regulator out. And we're going to do this clip. We'll just drill out these rivets. And that's basically it, getting all that out. However, I'm tired and my camera's hot, and I think the dogs could use some lunch. So I think we might call the stream there for now. Turn this mic off. All right. Back to the call one. So there you go. That's one B6T pulled out of Capri ECU harness, the whole kit and caboodle. Honestly, that was not too bad. I've done it faster before. Especially there was a time Steve and I pulled 9 in one day, but we had access to skid steer. Oh, hello. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hello.
Maybe I won't stop then. If I got a helper, are you a helper?
No, I need dinner.
Oh, I can use dinner. So maybe it is a good time to stall it. So yes,
Okay.
I have done this faster, but what was that? 2 hours for us to get this done? Or 2.5 hours? That's engine out, harness out, ECU out. I see it. We're 3 hours, 11 minutes in right now. That included camera setup, and that included me getting the door card off, some other small stuff. So yeah, not too bad. 2.5 hours for a B6T pole, and otherwise I'm prepared to drive.
I missed it. Well, I missed it.
Well, I guess
Kind
we'll
of like
have
teach
to.
a class or something.
Guess you'll have to watch the stream.
Yes, I will.
So yeah, thank you all so much for joining me. Tell your friends to come watch the stream. You can go watch it again here, like an hour. It should be processed and up for viewing. And then hopefully towards the end of this week, you will see more guide videos and more general content coming out from yours truly. I have 2 Miata videos halfway done. I've got a Capri guide video almost done. I have a huge festivity guide this week.
Said, nice work. Hi, boss lady.
Friends. Hey, that is me.
They know who the boss is.
Yeah.
I've got a huge Festiva video coming out. It's how to take apart a Festiva top to bottom. That editing should be done this week. It's going to be a long one. It's going to be full of some awesome info. You guys will love it. And then we've got videos coming out for timing belt guide. We've got water pump guide coming out. Dome light guide coming out soon. A lot of stuff happening now that this can get out of here. So I might turn the stream back on tonight after dinner. So if anybody wants to see the stream again, I'm sure if you're subscribed, go ahead. Or if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on the little bell icon. You'll get notified when I go live. You can come see it again. And then also, for those willing, please check us out on Patreon. That is what funds, like the camera back there that we're using, my phone with the fancy tripod. That was all Patreon money. And the webcam we're using now, that's Patreon money. It also helps us, like, let me be out here doing stuff like that. Now I'm full time. Whatever revenue stream we can get to help pay the bills is fantastic. So I really appreciate all you guys coming out to watch. Thank you all so much for your support. I'll be back to talk to you now. Right here, this myself. Look at scene.
So cute.
Look at scene 4.
You have a whole nother scene just looking now. Oh my gosh. What's that one?
It's both.
Oh. Oh! That's so cute! I do that. That's so cute! I love that. What a good little dog. You're such a little dog. Yeah.
Anyway, as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we hope to see you next time. See ya!
Yeah.
Said, stram over.
Yes, stream over for now, but I might come back out in a couple hours because I gotta eat. So stay subscribed, click that bell, watch out for notification. I'm sure we'll see you all very soon.
Hi, go.
Healer said, bye, hand pink waving.